Brazil is heartbroken.
It's Monday, July 6th. Canadian public sector workers return to office 4 days a week, but unions say they will continue to fight against it.
We were trapped in the building.
An
all
Ottawa
night.
apartment building remains without
Night.
power days after flash flooding on Canada Day.
And a redo in Canada after a rained out Canada Day. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now.
Good morning. Well, the gang's all here. Come on in. We're so glad you could start your day with us. I'm Rosie Edda.
Happy Monday, everybody. I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And probably not the Monday morning that we all wanted to be up here, although you are sporting your red. Unfortunately, Team Canada couldn't come out with the win, but I think the entire country is really proud.
Absolutely. You know, I still think it was such a successful FIFA. The fact that they got there in the first place was just incredible. So I'm still so proud to be Canadian and proud of the team.
Yeah, we're going to be stealing our sports guys upstairs,
Love it.
bringing them down here to get their thoughts. And then, of course, as there's just a few teams remaining now, what we can expect from us for the couple of weeks.
Okay, full FIFA recap coming up. Looking forward to that. But right now, we're going to get to today's top stories. Starting today, federal public servants will be spending more time in the office. All federal employees in the core public service will be required to be in the office for a minimum of 4 days a week as the federal government expands its return to office mandate. All executives have been reporting to the office 5 days a week since May 4th, but 3 departments, Global Affairs Canada, Statistics Canada, and Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada will be delaying the 4 days a week return to office mandate due to a lack of office space. After a record-breaking Canada Day storm, local politicians are calling on the provincial government for additional funding to help with the cleanup efforts. 5 Ottawa area MPPs and 4 city councillors signing an open letter asking the province to help by designating some of the city's most impacted areas under the Disaster Recovery Assistance for Ontarians program. Under that program, residents and small businesses can apply for financial assistance to recover after a natural disaster. The federal government is set to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of submarines. The Prime Minister will make the announcement today before departing for a NATO meeting in Turkey. 2 companies, one based in Germany, the other in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build Canada's next submarine fleet. It's set to include 12 submarines. The successful company could procure a contract worth an estimated value of more than $100 billion. Prime Minister Mark Carney, along with alliance members, head to NATO today. The focus is intended to be on the new defense spending target of 5% of GDP by 2035. Canada has committed to that pledge, but has yet to outline how it will get there. Donald Trump will also be a major factor at the summit. It's the first major gathering of the defense organization since the war in Iran began and the debacle over Greenland unfolded, both of which strained relations between the United States and Europe. Beyond mending ties, it is expected leaders will reaffirm support for Ukraine amid the war with Russia. A day after the heartbreaking ending to Canada's historic World Cup run, some of the team members returned home.
We're going to look back on this 6 weeks fondly and just remember, what we did as a nation and what we did as players and how we helped grow the game of soccer in Canada, which was our goal that we set out to do.
Hopefully with the momentum that we brought it from this tournament, we can continue to push on and push forward and, try to go even further in the next one. And hopefully we inspire the generation of younger Canadian kids to come help us do that.
Members of the squad arrived at Pearson Airport with their heads held high after being eliminated by Morocco in the round of 16. And Captain Alphonso Davies spoke out online after not playing in Canada's loss on Saturday due to a lingering hamstring injury. Davies writing in part, "It hurts knowing I couldn't give my all when my team and my country needed it most. This disappointment will only motivate me to recover, work harder, and come back stronger than ever. To everyone who supported us through every moment, Thank you. An Ottawa motorcycle rider is facing charges after they were caught allegedly driving nearly 100 kilometers an hour over the speed limit on Highway 417 over the weekend. Ontario Provincial Police say officers stopped a 23-year-old with a novice M2 driver's license on the highway Saturday after they were clocked going 193 kilometers an hour. The rider is now facing stunt driving and dangerous operation charges. Toronto native Summer McIntosh makes history. She set a world record in the women's 200-meter butterfly at the Canadian Trials in Montreal. Finishing the race in 2 minutes, 1.65 seconds is her 4th world record.
Wednesday was a disappointing Canada Day for many as a powerful storm washed away many of the planned celebrations, but many got a chance to celebrate Saturday night.
All right, so there was a Canada Day remix in Canada. The postponed fireworks show blasted just after 9:30 at Walter Baker Park.
Thousands gathered to enjoy games and rides along the Midway, as well as live music and tons of food. Yes, Canada, bring it. Even though it was washed out on Wednesday, because, you know, they bought the fireworks. It's all there.
Yeah.
May as well celebrate. Okay, a few days later, but nice.
And look at the turnout as well. I think people were very excited to get those fireworks.
Yeah, definitely, and because it had to be postponed, I saw like many areas. We're just going to safely move it to Friday or Saturday, whatever they can, because like you said, they've got all the fireworks, all the celebrations are there, and the people were hungry for a little Canada Day celebration.
And I think a lot of people took it upon themselves to do their own, because I know Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, I've been hearing fireworks continuously in the park beside our house. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, when is it going to end?
It just keeps going on day after day.
Yes, it's hard when you put the kids to bed and then they hear that, but Mommy, I think I hear fireworks. Of course, they have to run out and check it out, and sure enough, there they are.
There they are.
So we stay for the show.
I think we're probably in the clear now.
Yeah,
now
I think
that we've come through the weekend.
I think last night we didn't hear anything. It was the first night in a couple of nights. I'm like, oh, I think it's done until the next celebration.
There we go, smooth sailing.
Absolutely. Well, we have another beautiful week in store for us, starting with today. An absolutely stunning forecast for us. 17 degrees already this hour. Here's what temperatures are this morning. So already very, very warm start to your day. 20 degrees in Kingston, 13 out in the valley, 16 in Cornwall. This is with the humidex. So these are temperatures, how it feels outside. Already feels closer to 20 degrees here in the city. 22 for Montreal, 19 in Cornwall, 16 in Brockville, 23 currently in Kingston. So we are seeing partly cloudy conditions this morning. A few clouds rolling through. You could see some gray matter on our satellite radar screen. Those clouds will clear out in the next few hours, and we will get to see pure sunshine throughout the day ahead. Mainly sunny skies this morning, late morning into your early afternoon, and it will stay sunny throughout the entire day today. Tomorrow is also looking nice and clear and sunny. It's Wednesday that we could start to see a few spotty showers, and that will kind of continue Thursday and Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is when we could see a little bit of wet weather on the way. Still overall going to be a beautiful week. We'll still see lots of sunshine. As you know by now, when we see some rain, it's very quick. We get a little bit of rain and then it does clear out. Temperatures today reaching a high of 28 late this afternoon, so it will feel closer to 35 with that humidex. 28 as well in the valley, Bancroft, Kemptville sitting at 28, same within Brockville. 29 for Gatineau, 28 out in Petawawa. Here is a look at the next 7 days, and yes, beautiful week in store for us. 28 for today, 29 for tomorrow. We'll feel closer to the mid-30s with that humidex. As we head into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, chance of those spotty showers, just a slim chance that we will see those spotty showers. Still lots of sunshine to be enjoyed throughout the middle of the work week, and the weekend is looking fantastic again. Highs of 29 and 30 under mainly sunny skies.
Weather is brought to you by Manatic Tree. Complete tree care from start to stump.
Here's a look at your roads this morning. So far, so good. No major issues east to west. Traffic is smooth sailing on all your major routes this hour. Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Jermaine Franklin here in the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Sunday. And for it, we head to Wimbledon. Canadian Felix Auger-Aliassime facing Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. And in the fourth set, maybe the point of the tournament.
What a point! As good
just incredible play. Both players giving maximum effort for an unforgettable rally. Oj Aliassime ends up winning the match to move into the quarters, but the two players combine here for the must-see moment from Sunday. And today on TSN, our coverage of the World Cup continues. 2 round of 16 matches. First, Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal face Spain at 2:45 p.m. Eastern, 11:45 a.m. Pacific. Then the United States plays Belgium at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's all for now from the SportsCenter newsroom. Have a great day.
And still to come on Your Morning Ottawa. The death toll in Venezuela is climbing after 2 powerful earthquakes shook the country nearly 2 weeks ago. We'll have some more details coming up a little bit later on the program. Taking a peek outside through our Centennial Glass Skycam, and Melissa lets you know it is another beautiful day and a gorgeous week ahead. That's what I'm talking about as we are already into July. July 6th today. Summer, hold on, baby. We're just getting started. It is 6:11 on your Monday. We'll be right back.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Find your adventure. We stock it. The Bronco family.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe.
Where foodies love their sweets.
And markets bursting with flavor.
Wrapped up in waterways.
And hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display.
And the future
meets the past.
Where people come together.
Always proud.
Often loud.
And positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
6:14. Welcome back. Here are the big stories we are following today on Your Morning Ottawa. Starting today, most federal public servants will be spending more time in the office. After a record-breaking Canada Day storm, local politicians are calling on the province for additional funding. And Prime Minister Mark Carney, along with Alliance members, head to NATO today. We've got your news coming up a little bit later, but right now we're going to take a look at the forecast.
And Melissa letting us know it is going to be a beautiful Monday. How about some sunshine with some more sunshine? And then a little bit later on, we'll see those clouds take over, but a gorgeous start. Temperatures will be slightly above seasonal, climbing all the way up to 28 degrees of humidity. Not nearly what we saw last week, but still a little toasty out there, so making sure we are staying hydrated. And the sunscreen is in full composure as we have that high UV index continuing on over the next couple of days. The rest of the week's forecast will be brought to you in part by Melissa Lamb. Coming up shortly, we'll take a peek at your roads on your morning commute. 6:16 and everything smooth sailing. Sun is shining. Nothing major to pass along on your morning commute so far. The death toll in Venezuela is climbing after 2 powerful earthquakes shook the country nearly 2 weeks ago. Here in Ottawa, the Venezuelan community is mourning the thousands of lives that are lost and coming together in prayer and to support one another at a vigil on Sunday afternoon. CTV's Kimberly Johnson was there.
Candles burn outside a church in Gatineau, honoring the lives tragically taken in Venezuela's twin earthquakes.
Show that we care, even that we are in the distance, and our heart is with every Venezuelan around the world.
Some of Carolina Izaguirre Campos' childhood friends lost their entire family in the catastrophe. Nearly 3,000 people dead and tens of thousands remain missing after earthquakes rocked the South American nation on June 24th. On Sunday, the community coming together to mourn the lives lost with a mass, a prayer, and a candlelight vigil.
Viva Venezuela! Happened because the infrastructure of our country wasn't taken care of for the last 25 years. And this is the reality.
We are suffering as a community, the people who is in there, but also the people who is far away, because we can see it. We see the news. It's like you can't go to bed and sleep. I haven't been sleeping properly.
The event organized by a group called All for Venezuela. It's part of a larger effort with similar events taking place in Toronto and Montreal to raise voices together.
We need to heal together. We need to pray together. We need to feel that we are strong and united in the help that we are organizing for Venezuela.
As efforts continue in Venezuela, so do efforts by the community here in Canada. A fundraiser also planned for next Saturday to support the country's recovery.
It's because Venezuela, in this moment, at this very moment, needs any help from everybody.
Kimberly Johnson, CTV News.
U.S. Ambassador to Canada Pete Hoekstra's speech at his 4th of July party in Ottawa included a political nudge aimed at Canada. He set a goal on stage outside of his official residence to get American liquor back on the Canadian shelves by his next Independence Day party. Let's check in with Bill Carroll for the Morning Rush on News Talk 580 CFRA to get his thoughts on this. And Bill, I already see you smiling.
Can't believe people even show up for these parties right now, given the circumstances, but to each their own, I guess. We all do what we want to do and what we think we have to do. But to go and listen to a speech like this when it's just BS flying at you, everything manipulated and spun in a way that absolutely makes no sense. First of all, the ambassador to Canada always seems to forget the starting point of all of this, that our retaliations are exactly that. They're retaliations. We didn't ban booze from our shelves for no reason. It didn't come out of nowhere. It was a strike back against unnecessary tariffs that violated our agreements with the United States and were built on a false premise of drugs flowing across the border. This Ambassador Bridge debacle that's going on right now. The Ambassador Bridge is the bridge that was built by a very wealthy family who seemed to have gotten into the ear of Donald Trump. But the ambassador was denying all of that. No, the new Gordie Howe Bridge, first of all, it's not true that Canada paid to build the bridge. And then did you hear his argument after that? Well, yeah, they fronted the money, but over the years, the people who use it and pay tolls will pay it back. I don't think I really have to tell the U.S. ambassador that that's how most businesses work. That's how we all understood it. But it's manipulative to try to respin the story because you guys want a bigger slice of the money as it comes in before the bridge is actually paid for. That's all that's really happening here. And to say that drinking booze, American booze in Canada right now is illegal, he used the word illegal. It's not illegal. We're just choosing not to sell it. And you don't get to decide when it goes back on the shelf. We get to decide that. We do have some leverage here, and I'm so happy that it's working.
Yeah, and Bill, the timing of this is really interesting. On Friday, I got partnered with the founder of Dunrobin Distilleries, Adrian, and he was talking about how great it is because now his whiskey and his liquor is being sold at more of the LCBO stores, and the amount of sales that he's had and how it's been able to elevate his business and Canadian supporting Canadian. I find the timing of that very interesting given what we're talking about today.
Yeah, and if we had done this in a vacuum, the U.S. would have an argument, right? That's not fair trade. You guys are taking our product off the table so we can't compete with Canadian product. It's not fair. We're going to do the same thing to you. Except that that's not how it started. It started with them, and then we're doing exactly what they're doing, making Canada great again.
Yeah, I don't think that the timing of that probably sits well with too many Canadians, but nonetheless, we'll continue that later. Have a good show, Bill.
See you guys.
Remember, you can listen to the Morning Rush with Bill Carroll on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 6 till 10. We'll take a peek outside at our sky cam on George Street. Look at that beautiful sunshine poking through on your Monday. Currently 17 degrees, climbing up to 28 a little bit later on. We got a jam-packed fun show for you. 6:22. We'll be right back. Good morning, welcome back everybody. We're having some fun on the show today, and this is all a little bit of a lead up till our 8 o'clock hour. We'll be having a fun conversation. We are talking girls trip on the show, which means something include Roper on the River. Yes, Mrs. Roper from the 70s show Three's Company is making a huge cultural comeback. More on that a little bit later. So today on the show, we are asking for your comments on What has been your favorite girls or guys trip? Let us know your thoughts. Email us at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. But given the fact that it's favorite girls trip, I'm going to bow out for right now, and I'll pass it over to you for now.
You know, it's been a while for me since I've gone on a girls trip. Just my girlfriends are really great at every summer going away somewhere. It's just with the football schedule, I was never able to go, and I'm having little kids. However, I will say there was this one trip that my girlfriends and I went on. We went to a place called Cabarete Dominican. We were in our 20s, and we just had a time. Like, it was a celebration from morning to night, and there was just, we just had so many iconic memories. I can't share all of them on TV. It was a fun time. It will be memories that I will live on forever in my head and my heart, and it was just such a great time back in my 20s, you know, and YOLO, life was, you live it every day like you only live once, right?
The strategic words of celebration from morning to night might be my favorite thing you've ever said on the show. All right, Rosie, give me one of your top girls trips.
Well, it was going to the movies and going to see Barbie with my daughter, all dressed in pink. All dressed in pink. We were feeling that vibe. It was amazing, and there were so many other women and girls out there all dressed in pink, and we were there to celebrate. It was just so much fun.
Oh, I
Remember?
love that.
Remember
Yes.
Barbie? And,
Yes.
oh my gosh.
It
was, and then we weren't disappointed. It was just lovely. Took
Yeah.
pictures,
Yeah.
and you just saw so many girls out there doing the same thing. So
I
it was
love
fun.
that.
But you know what, Melissa, when you said, you're up from sun up to sundown and beyond, it kind of reminds me of, remember the boys' trip in that movie where Hangover. So you might have, I'm wondering if you have like a hangover story for us, and that's like a guy
that
trip.
epic.
No, not that bad. But I'm thinking like, we can still talk about guys' trips too.
Oh,
right?
we can, but no way you're getting any of those trips out of me on TV.
Doesn't want to reveal.
Nah. So on that, we're going to head to commercial
just moving
break.
on. Yes. Moving on. Okay.
So we'll be here for you a little bit later on in the show. We are asking what has been your favorite girls or guys trip. You can be anonymous too. We'll just read it out. You can put just X, and then we'll read that out for you. Let us know Your Morning Ottawa at CTV.ca. We will be right back.
Good morning. Look at that. 6:30. Come on in. We're so glad to have you start your day with us. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And it's looking like a beautiful week, but I have a task from the two of you today. So coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, I have a gentleman coming on talking about rap camp.
Oh.
And he let me know he can freestyle and do whatever. So, you know what? I won't take it right now. I'll give you guys some time. It's a Monday morning. But I need each of you to think about one word, and I'm going to take a word from each of us, and he's going to put that into a freestyle in the 8 o'clock hour. So start percolating now.
Fun.
Nice. Melissa, you can grab a word from weather, something maybe sunshine, because that's what we're going to get a lot of today. Looking forward to that weather
report. But you have
report.
to say it hot.
Like H-A-W-T?
Yeah.
A hat?
Hot.
All right. If you want to confirm with that, we'll come back to you, but start thinking about it now.
Sounds very good. We're going to start off today with today's top stories. Federal public servants will be spending more time in the office. All federal employees in the core public service will be required to be in the office for a minimum of 4 days a week as the federal government expands its return to office mandate. All executives are being reporting to the office 5 days a week since May 4th. But 3 departments, Global Affairs Canada, Statistics Canada, and Immigration, Refugee, and Citizenship Canada, will be delaying the 4 days a week return to office mandate due to a lack of office space. After a record-breaking Canada Day storm, local politicians are calling on the province for additional funding to help with the cleanup efforts. 5 Ottawa area MPPs and 4 city councillors signing an open letter asking the province to help by designating some of the city's most impacted areas under the Disaster Recovery Assistance for Ontarians program. Under that program, residents and small businesses can apply for financial assistance to recover after a natural disaster. Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of military submarines. The Prime Minister will make the announcement this afternoon in Halifax. Two companies, one based in Germany and one in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build the fleet of 12 submarines, plus 30 to 50 years of maintenance. The successful company would procure a contract worth more than $100 billion over its lifetime. Prime Minister Mark Carney will depart for Ankara this evening. He will be the first Canadian Prime Minister to visit Turkey since 2015, and experts say he has something to prove.
Well, I think for Canada, it's can Carney make Canada credible as a military power? And I think it's the same thing for all of NATO. You know, this is not a summit about spending. It's actually a summit about can we produce the weapons?
The $100 billion contract to make Canadian military submarines is expected to showcase how Canada plans to increase spending to reach new NATO targets. That is now 5% of GDP by 2035. The federal government has committed to that number, but hasn't outlined how they'll get there. Carney's schedule of bilateral meetings hasn't been finalized yet. However, he's expected to take part in a discussion on financing the defense sector and boost Canada's progress on defense spending. A day after the heartbreaking ending to Canada's historic World Cup run, some of the team members returned home.
We're going to look back on this 6 weeks fondly and just remember, you know, what we did as a nation and what we did as players and how we helped grow the game of soccer in Canada, which was our goal that we set out to do.
Hopefully with the momentum that we brought it from this tournament, we can continue to push on and push forward and, you know, try to go even further in the next one. And hopefully we inspire the generation of younger Canadian kids to come help us do that.
Members of the squad arrived at Pearson Airport with their heads held high after being eliminated by Morocco in the round of 16. And Captain Alphonso Davies spoke out online after not playing in Canada's loss on Saturday due to a lingering hamstring injury. Davies writing in part, "It hurts knowing I couldn't give my all when my team and my country needed it most. This disappointment will only motivate me to recover, work harder, and come back stronger than ever. To everyone who supported us through every moment, thank you." An Ottawa motorcycle rider is facing charges after they were caught allegedly driving nearly 100 kilometers an hour over the speed limit on Highway 417 over the weekend. Ontario Provincial Police say officers stopped a 23-year-old with a novice M2 driver's license on the highway Saturday after they were clocked going 193 kilometers an hour. The rider is now facing stunt driving and dangerous driving operations charges. Toronto native Summer McIntosh makes history. She set a world record in the women's 200-meter butterfly at the Canadian Trials in Montreal, finishing the race in 2 minutes, 1.65 seconds. It's her 4th world record.
The Crescendo concert series wrapped up over the weekend.
All right, so what you see is the full central band of the Canadian Armed Force serenading a crowd just outside of Rideau Hall.
The series honors Rideau Hall's ties with the Central Band, reflecting more than 60 years of musical collaboration.
Love everything about that.
Yeah.
All of them together, and there's always those hidden talents too when you see amongst the people in that field, especially the vocals, when you see a lot of the Army vets will come out and they still they sing the national anthem and whatnot. I love the musical side of that.
You know what I noticed, Melissa? I mean, the beautiful music playing, but boy, just
Perfect
sunshine.
weather.
White hot sunshine.
Absolutely.
A couple of people with umbrellas. It was beautiful.
A sun umbrella because it's so hot outside. Could need it throughout the middle of the work week. But overall, we have another beautiful week in store for us. It feels like summer is finally here because it felt like it took forever for us to finally see hot, warm conditions. Now it seems that's all we're seeing. Partly cloudy skies this morning, sunny and hot into the afternoon. And yes, this week is going to be another hot one. So make sure you're lathering on the sunscreen and drinking plenty of water. Temperature sitting at 17 degrees here in the city. It is 13 13 still in the valley, so slightly cooler in the valley this hour. 20 in Kingston, 17 in Trenton, 15 in Brockville. This is how it feels outside this morning. So these are temperatures with the humidity, so it feels closer to 20 degrees already this hour here in the city. 22 in Montreal, 19 in Cornwall. Feels about 15 out in the valley. So here's a look at that cloud coverage. We will see partly cloudy conditions this morning until late morning hours. Then it should clear out and we will get to see pure sunshine on the way for us today. Mainly sunny skies into your afternoon. Lots of sunshine on the way today and tomorrow. We could then see some spotty showers as we head into the late part of your day on Wednesday. We could see some spotty showers continuing Thursday as well as on Friday. So a chance of those scattered showers come middle end of the work week. But up until then, we will see pure sunshine on the way. Temps today reaching a high of 28 degrees this afternoon. So beautiful, sunny and hot. 29 in Cornwall, 28 for Brockville, Kemptville, Pembroke. So in those high 20s throughout most of the region today. 29 in Gatineau, 30 over in Montreal. Here in Ottawa, we'll feel closer to 35 into the afternoon. And check out this 7-day forecast. And don't be worried by the rain. As you know, when we see a little bit of rain, it's okay. It comes in quickly and leaves quickly as well. 28, 29 are the highs today. Tomorrow, mainly sunny skies. Then a chance of those spotty showers Wednesday in through Friday. Temperatures will stay hot throughout that time. The weekend is looking beautiful. Lots of sunshine to be enjoyed.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
Here's a look at your roads. Starting to see some volume build now on your major routes this morning, especially if you are heading eastbound on the 417. It's slow from the 416 split in through Woodruff, as well as approaching Carling this hour.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
And coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, if you didn't already know, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have officially tied the knot. We'll tell you more about the star-studded ceremony at the world's most famous arena. Coming up next, and maybe some surprises that you weren't aware of. Outside, a beautiful day, sun is shining, and a great start to the week. It is 6:39. You stay with us. We'll be right back.
Good morning, 6:42. Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. Starting today, federal public servants will be spending more time in the office. After a record-breaking Canada Day storm, local politicians are calling on the province for additional funding. And Prime Minister Mark Carney, along with alliance members, head to a NATO summit in Turkey today. And now, a check on the forecast.
Hot and sunny this afternoon. 28 degrees is the high. We'll feel closer to 35 with that humidity. Mainly sunny skies today as well as tomorrow. 29 degrees is also the high. We'll feel like in the mid-30s with that humidex. 30 degrees for Wednesday. We could see some spotty showers. On your roads this hour, here's a live look at your traffic. And yes, already seeing some volume if you're heading east on the 417. It's heavy from the 416. Pretty much kind of stomp and go as you make your way into downtown this morning.
All right, it is time for your morning fix. And first up, after capturing the hearts of soccer fans around the world, Cabo Verde's national football team returned to a homecoming parade after their historic World Cup run. It's so great to see. So crowds lined the Capitol to celebrate, waving flags and dancing to drum beats as the team arrived home. Cabo Verde's sensational World Cup debut ended on Friday, but not before they pushed world champions Argentina to the brink in the extra time in their round of 32 matchup and became a fan favorite around the world.
Love it. I love all these stories. I love all these teams, you know, just doing remarkable things like our own team Canada. So I love to see the celebrations. Even though they didn't win the trophy, they still won the hearts of so many.
They did, and you can't go enough by saying that battle. Like it was so close, and obviously when you're facing off against Argentina. It's a tough match to try to come out on top. But man, did they show the energy and passion they have for the game.
Absolutely. Well, America's royal wedding also took place on Friday. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have officially tied the knot. It was all wedding fever all over my For You page all weekend long. A lengthy list of A-listers were also seen pouring into Madison Square Garden in New York City Friday afternoon, including Hugh Grant, Ed Sheeran, and Ethan Hawke. A statement from Swift's publicist said they did not have a traditional wedding parties, but opted to have the bride and groom's brothers to serve as their best man and man of honor. Adam Sandler also officiated this ceremony. There was so many little details, and of course I'm just like waiting for the moment. I want to see the dress, I want to see the look, I want to hear. Apparently they wrote their own vows and they were like so heartfelt and intimate, and we know she's so powerful with her words. So it's the little details that I want to see that I'm dying to know, but they've kept it like under wraps. So I know there was no phones allowed entered into the wedding to kind of keep it all hush hush, and good on the guests for, you know, not spilling the beans too much on what went down.
And probably in the most famous arena at Madison Square Garden, you have this wedding. And Adam Sandler officiating the wedding. I'm sure you saw this too. And then there's just so many memes popping up of like him as like the wedding singer.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's not quite, but man, would it have been so funny if he had done a little song from that? And like, we don't know yet.
You know, maybe he did something. I mean, you know he has some sort of jokes up his sleeve. So.
Oh man, it would have been so good. All right, finally for us, Disney Plus is out with a teaser trailer for a documentary telling the stories of last year's sold-out Oasis reunion tour.
It's going to be chaos.
Don't Look Back in Anger follows Liam and Noel Gallagher as they rehearsed and prepared for their first live performance together in 16 years. A lot of drama, a lot of history goes back in there. The film is billed as an unpolitical, uplifting account of the biggest musical event of 2025 with backstage and onstage access and the brothers' first joint interviews in decades. The doc hits theaters in September.
I'm intrigued by this. I want to know what went down. I want to know the juicy details because, you know, many people were banking on it maybe being canceled halfway through because they just couldn't get along. And we know the whole tour went off without a hitch. So it seems like maybe some fences were mended a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and the performances from what you could see online, like our producer Cassie went on a couple of shows and just talked about like how amazing it was. And it's great that all the speculation around, all right, they got to fly in a private jet together. Can they even do that? Don't talk. And then everything went out without a hitch. We think.
Yes, we think.
But we'll have to wait and see.
I love it.
All right, let's take a peek outside, shall we? It is going to be a beautiful day. What are we climbing up to today?
High of 28 this afternoon. We'll feel closer to 35. So a hot one for your Monday.
Oh, I love that. Coming up after the break, we got your FIFA update as well as your comments on your favorite girls or guys trip. 6:48. We'll be right back.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Take your weekend path. You've got the Broncos sport for it.
Hey. CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is FIFA World Cup update time. Hey, not bad. We didn't even practice that. Maybe one or two times. All right, so let's give you everything that you need to know for today as we start in New York, where Norway took down the 5-time champions Brazil.
Holland! Oh, wonderful! He has nailed it for Norway!
Just amazing to watch this gentleman play. Erling Haaland scored both of Norway's goals in the first 2-1 victory over the Brazilians. Brazil now heads home after massively underachieving expectations that were pretty much set at a win or bust. Norway now heads to Miami to play in their first World Cup quarterfinal match in the program's history, and Haaland was just so composed during that goal too. Just a little smirk when he scored the goal. You gotta love watching this team continue on. Next up, we head south where 80,000 fans packed Estadio Azteca for a huge clash between Mexico and England.
England coming again. It's Harry Kane and Bellingham again. 2 in 2 minutes for England, who are in Mexican dreamland.
Oh, and you can just hear a few fans in that stadium. Jude Bellingham scored twice in the span of just 98 seconds, putting England ahead in the first half. Harry Kane added a penalty late, and even with England down to 10 men to seal a thrilling 3-2 victory, the win hands Mexico their first ever World Cup loss at Estadio Azteca and sends England into a quarterfinal matchup with Norway. That'll be on Saturday in Miami. Then let's head to today's World Cup action. We'll start at 3 p.m. Eastern. This is going to be Portugal and Spain going head-to-head in what could be Cristiano Ronaldo's final World Cup match. So you'll want to make sure that you stay tuned for that one. And then to cap off the day, we have the last standing co-host, United States, taking on Belgium in a highly controversial match. If you've been following the story with the red card drama, you can catch all the World Cup action on TSN as well as Crave. On the show today for your comments, we are talking girls trip a little bit later on in the show. So we asked all of you to share your comments on what has been one of your favorite girls or potentially guys trip. And here's what you had to say.
Martin says it is a toss-up between a golf trip to Scotland or Ireland.
Oh,
that would be amazing.
They both sound incredible. Wow, I love it. Diane says, my girlfriend and I did a road trip from Ottawa all the way to Texas in 2018 with a stop in Nashville along the way. An amazing adventure. We got our y'all on and laughed when people commented on our accent. Fun times. This does sound like a good time. I love road trips. Like, road trips are so fun.
Got the y'all on, too.
Yeah.
A perfect way to celebrate that. It is funny, too. I don't know if the two of you have seen this, but when you go maybe like overseas to the States or just somewhere else, our accent is prominent. Like, people really notice it. We obviously don't, but they seriously do. And I have definitely been called out multiple times for it.
And then it's like, you have an accent. No, wait, you have the accent. No, you have the accent.
It's pretty funny.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll keep the conversation going. We are asking what has been your favorite girls or guys trip. Send us those comments, Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca. And still to come on the show, TSN 1200 Steve Lloyd recaps Canada's incredible run at the World Cup. We also learn how Ronald McDonald House is serving more families and helping them stay together. And we break down how you can deal with income tax debt with Mark Rouleau from Doyle Saluski. Jam-packed 7 o'clock hour, just moments away. Outside through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, Melissa letting us know it's going to be a sunshine-filled day, hovering around 18, climbing up to 28. It's going to be a gorgeous day, 6:56 on your Monday. The three of us will be right back.
On the move.
We're a big city
With a laid-back vibe.
where foodies love their sweets.
And markets bursting with flavor.
Wrapped up in waterways.
And hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display.
And the future
meets the past.
Where people come together.
Always proud.
Often loud. Whee!
And positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Take your weekend pass. We've got the Bronco Sport for it.
It's Monday, July 6th. Canadian public sector workers return to office 4 days a week, but unions say they will continue to fight against it.
We were trapped in the building all night. We couldn't get out. Like, no, the doors were submerged with water, so we couldn't push them open.
An Ottawa apartment building remains without power days after flash flooding on Canada Day.
And a redo in Canada after a rained out Canada Day. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now.
Good morning to you. 7 o'clock on the nose. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
Hopefully everyone had a great Canada Day. Thank you, Rosie, for holding down the fort Thursday and Friday.
You guys.
As we are off now, the game's all back together. I'm sure all of us were very tightly watching Saturday's afternoon matchup with Team Canada. Unfortunately, couldn't get the win, but I think it's all positivity from this point forward. Steve Lloyd's going to come down from TSN 1200 to give us kind of his thoughts on how it was probably so much more than just soccer for the country.
I love it.
It's going to be a great conversation, no doubt about that. Why don't we take a look right now at today's top story. Starting today, federal public servants will be spending more time in the office. All federal employees in the core public service will be required to be in the office for a minimum of 4 days a week as the federal government expands its return to office mandate. All executives have been reporting to the office 5 days a week since May 4th. But 3 departments, Global Affairs Canada, Statistics Canada, and Immigration, Refugee, and Citizenship Canada, will be delaying the 4 days a week return to office mandate due to a lack of office space. After a record-breaking Canada Day storm, local politicians are calling on the province for additional funding to help with the cleanup efforts. 5 Ottawa area MPPs and 4 city councillors signing an open letter asking the province to help by designating some of the city's most impacted areas under the Disaster Recovery Assistance for Ontarians program. Under that program, residents and small businesses can apply for financial assistance to recover after a natural disaster. Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of military submarines. The Prime Minister will make the announcement this afternoon in Halifax. 2 companies, one based in Germany and one in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build the fleet of 12 submarines, plus 30 to 50 years of maintenance. The successful company would procure a contract worth more than $100 billion over its lifetime. Prime Minister Mark Carney will depart for Ankara this evening. He'll be the first Canadian PM to visit Turkey since 2015, and experts say...
I think for Canada, it's can Carney make Canada credible as a military power? And I think it's the same thing for all of NATO. You know, this is not a summit about spending. It's actually a summit about can we produce the weapons?
The $100 billion contract to make Canadian military submarines is expected to showcase how Canada plans to increase spending to reach the new NATO targets. That is now 5% of GDP by 2035. The federal government has committed to that number, but hasn't outlined how they will get there. Carney's schedule of bilateral meetings hasn't been finalized yet. However, he's expected to take part in a discussion on financing the defense sector and boost Canada's progress on defense spending. An Ottawa motorcycle rider is facing charges after they were caught allegedly driving nearly 100 kilometers an hour over the speed limit on Highway 417 over the weekend. Ontario Provincial Police say officers stopped a 23-year-old with a novice M2 driver's license on the highway Saturday after they were clocked going 193 kilometers an hour. The rider is now facing stunt driving and dangerous operation charges. And in sports, a day after the heartbreaking ending to Canada's historic World Cup run, some of the team members returned home.
We're going to look back on this 6 weeks fondly and just remember, you know, what we did as a nation and what we did as players and how we helped grow the game of soccer in Canada, which was our goal that we set out to do.
Hopefully with the momentum that we brought it from this tournament, we can continue to push on and push forward and, you know, try to go even further in the next one. And hopefully we inspire the generation of younger Canadian kids to come help us do that.
Members of the squad arrived at Pearson Airport with their heads held high after being eliminated by Morocco in the round of 16. And Captain Alphonso Davies spoke out online after not playing in Canada's loss on Saturday due to a lingering hamstring injury. Davies writing in part, "It hurts knowing I couldn't give my all when my team and my country needed it most. This disappointment will only motivate me to recover, work harder, and come back stronger than ever. To everyone who supported us through every moment, thank you." Continuing in sports, Toronto native Summer McIntosh makes history. She set a world record in the women's 200-meter butterfly at the Canadian Trials in Montreal, finishing the race in 2 minutes, 1.65 seconds. It's her 4th world record.
The town of Sant'Alfio in southern Italy sits under the looming specter of Mount Etna. The volcano has been spewing ash and lava continuously and is now into its 9th consecutive day of eruptions.
The mountain is sending clouds of ash into the skies. Eruptions began on June 26th from a vent located at least 3,000 meters up.
The government has issued a red alert warning to citizens as a result.
Wow.
Because as beautiful as it is, you know, and mesmerizing to see, it can be extremely dangerous. So it's kind of that balance between, we got to make sure that everyone's safe, but then you can't keep your eyes off of it as well.
Absolutely.
Did you notice, like, the town is just at the foot
Right
of
there.
Mount Etna? I mean, how long would it take if it erupted for all of that ash and smoke and to just hit the village? I don't want to think about that, but hopefully there's a warning system in place so that they could get out if needed.
Absolutely.
Looking good and safe.
And we do want to remind you, we love getting your weather pictures, so please continue to send them in to us. The best way to reach us is via email, weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, that email address is weathershots@ctv.ca.
Weather Picture, brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
So the sunshine and heat continues into your afternoon today. Another beautiful day for us here in the city. 17 degrees right now here in Ottawa. It's 18 in Montreal. Oh, we've just warmed up 1 degree live on TV. I love when that happens. 18 degrees for us now here in Ottawa. Same with Montreal, 17 in Cornwall, 15 currently in the Valley. So the Valley slowly warming up, but this is how temperatures feel this hour. 18 in the Valley, 23 for Kingston. Already feels like 21 degrees for us here in Ottawa today. So it will be another hot and sticky day. Make sure you lather on the sunscreen if you're heading off to any camps today. And make sure you also have lots of water. Stay hydrated. We are seeing some cloud coverage out there this morning, so still partly cloudy conditions to start things off. Those clouds will clear out within the next few hours, and then we will get to see mainly sunny skies today. Pure sunshine into your afternoon. Tomorrow, similar day, mainly sunny skies as we head into Tuesday. Wednesday's a day we could start to see a few spotty showers, so a 30% chance we could see some spotty showers. Wednesday, Thursday, that will linger in through Friday as well, but nothing that will ruin your day. Overall, still looking like a beautiful, sunny, warm week ahead. 28 degrees is the high for us here in Ottawa today. Same within the Valley, Bancroft, Kemptville, temps in the high 20s throughout the region. 29 for Cornwall today. Same within Gatineau. 30 degrees over in Montreal. With the humidity today, we'll feel closer to 35 for us here in Ottawa this afternoon. 16 is the low. Skies will stay clear tonight. More sunshine for tomorrow. 29 is the high. We'll feel closer to 32 into the afternoon as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Chance of those spotty showers, but still lots of sunshine and very hot conditions. The weekend at this point is looking beautiful. 29 and 30 are the highs with lots of sunshine on the way.
7-day weather forecast, brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
Eastbound on the 417, we're seeing heavy buildup at Bayshore in through Bronson. Westbound on the 174, late delays approaching Montreal Road this hour.
All right, from making history in the group stage to a valiant battle in the round of 16, Canada's ride at the 2026 World Cup has officially come to an end. It was a wild, historic run that captured the entire nation. Joining us now to recap the tournament is Steve Lloyd from TSN 1200. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
And I think that, you know, we said it perfectly there because it did capture the entire nation. And even though we're not moving on, I still think we have so much to be proud of.
Absolutely. This was a giant leap forward for the men's program in this country. This will inspire youth, and registration should go up. There's all kinds of momentum now that you've made the World Cup for only the 3rd time ever. Now, we hosted. We're going to make this one anyway. Qualified for the last one, though. Now, there's no guarantees going forward. Like, very good sides don't make World Cups Sorry, Italy. It can happen from time. It can happen, right? So there's no guarantee that you qualify for the next one, but you cannot deny the momentum that this caused, being a home World Cup, and we saw, you know, the impact it had at the site cities in Toronto and Vancouver and all across. Like the watch parties, what Atletico Ottawa did on the weekend, delaying their game later in Saturday, and people can come early and watch LeBreton Flats. Like that kind of made up for the washout in Canada Day. We got to use the site. It was nice, but this was fantastic. But having said all that, when it ends, there's disappointment, and this is sports. We pick it apart. What if this? What if that? Like, they had to score in that first half. We all knew it. You're watching that match unfold, and you're like, man, they're great. They're dominating. Could use a goal. Yeah. Morocco's pretty good. You better step on their neck here because they're good. They're going to get their chances, and unfortunately, could not get a goal in that first half when they were so dominant.
And you could see too, Morocco, just like that transition game, right? That's what makes them so good. Just like they made sure that they took advantage of all the opportunities. And I'm curious your point, because obviously online in some chatter, there's mixed reaction with Alphonso Davies about people saying like, you should have played, even if you're a little hurt, you know, this is the time to do it. It's a hamstring injury. The MRI showed that he was clear to play, but he woke up in the morning and he told the coach, I'm not feeling it today. Something's off. Where do you stand when you take all those things into factual consideration?
This is Sports Talk Radio Gold, a topic like this, because people come down on different sides all the time. And, okay, I'm going to bring it back to hockey, unfortunately, here, but if you're a longtime Senators fan, you'll remember Dominik Hasek and the injury that he suffered at the 2006 Olympics. And he came back, and Ottawa had a great team, and then he was practicing, but no, I don't feel right. No, I don't feel right. No, and it became, maybe Friday became a saying. And unfortunately, it's got that kind of a feel to it. And the interesting part here, Will, is that Jesse Marsh is the one that put the information out there. Oh, he had an MRI and it's clean. That's usually coaches put covering fire out for their players if it's touch and go if they're going to play. He let the world know that he seemed fine to me. Is basically what you're saying. That's tough.
and it's kind of the opposite of the way that he was handling that situation too when it came out. And I mean, we know captain of Team Canada, an incredible competitor. He wants to be out there, but there's no doubt that there's going to be continuous talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, I'm sure it killed him not to play. And then you can get other layers, right? You know, Bayern Munich might have had something to say about this because, you know, they're going to be picking up it back again. And they spent a lot of money on him. So, unfortunately, he only played 15 minutes this World Cup, and that's our best player. Yeah, that's too bad.
And I'm sure that amongst the entire nation, everyone when it got to that 15-minute mark left in the game, everyone's screaming at their TVs, "Put him in!
Yeah,
put
exactly."
him in!" But you never knew. But so proud of the team and the country. And you know, I was at the FIFA watch party a couple of weeks ago, and a young gentleman came up to me. He was 11 years old, and he goes like, Team Canada has to win. I've been waiting my whole life for this. Just my 11 years old, right? But it shows the amazing impact that this has had on our youth for Team Canada growing up. Now that Canada is officially out of the running, you were watching the game last night. Do you have your eyes on a couple of teams that you think could take the win?
Okay, if you don't have a rooting interest, right, and you know Canada's gone, and maybe there's a country that you don't even have heritage with, whatever. You're a fan. I want to see good football at this stage. How can you not love Norway?
Yeah, I know.
And Erling Haaland, like this guy with his 2 goals yesterday, and you and I were chatting just before coming on here. His second one that he scored, and the way he just walks away, and he almost does the Conor McGregor kind of like casual. Yeah, this is what I do. Why is everybody so excited? I'm supposed to score.
And it was such a powerful, important goal,
I
too.
know.
Just a little smirk and kind of the boy band walk away, right?
Whatever, man.
Yeah. So you like Norway right now? Are you kind of dialed in on that, or just because with everything going on?
Maybe recency bias because it just happened yesterday. Man, that England-Mexico, I watched that whole match last night. That was awesome. You want to talk about theater, drama, 80,000 people, Azteca Stadium. It was so good, and you know they were up against it, altitude, the whole deal, and England got it done.
Yeah, it's been so fun to watch, and even though Canada is now officially out, you know we still got coverage on TSN on CTV over the next couple of weeks, and you know it feels really proud because I feel like this has brought Canada even closer together right now. And we talked about the timing of Canada Day and Team Canada doing well. And I feel like I want to end off with a positive point because I'm sure you feel that through the listeners and watching as well.
Well, this is what sport can do, especially especially national sport. We all have our differences. Could be political, could be whatever it is. But when you wrap a maple leaf around it, it brings people together, and this brought people together.
It certainly does. All eyes peeled now on the quarterfinals that'll be coming up. Steve Lloyd, TSN 1200, always appreciate your time.
Okay.
All right, let's take a peek outside. It is a good day to kick the soccer ball around. Temperatures feeling a little bit toasty, but Centennial Glass Sky Cam showing some sunshine for your Monday. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
7:18. Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. Starting today, most federal public servants will be spending more time in the office. After a record-breaking Canada Day storm, local politicians are calling on the province for additional funding. And Prime Minister Mark Carney, along with alliance members, head to a NATO summit in Turkey today. Why don't we take a look at the forecast? Plenty of sunshine out there, Melissa.
Sunny and hot this morning into your afternoon. Temperatures already feel like 21 degrees to start things off this morning. Into your afternoon, a high of 28 today. We will see mainly sunny conditions. We'll feel closer to 35 today, so some hot and sticky weather on the way. As we head into this evening, mainly sunny conditions continue. Clear skies overnight. On your roads this hour, it is quite heavy. Eastbound on the 417, we're seeing heavy delays from Bayshore all the way in through Bronson. Heading east on the Kitchie-Zibi-Macon Parkway, it's also slowing down approaching Booth Street. And Riverside and Bank, we're also seeing delays due to ongoing construction. So some heavy volume this morning on your drive into work.
Cleanup efforts continue across the Ottawa area in the wake of a record-breaking Canada Day storm. Hundreds of homes dealing with insurance claims, while others are left to wonder when they'll be able to return home. CTV's Natalie Van Roy has more.
As flash flooding hit this Ottawa apartment building on Canada Day, residents were terrified as they remained locked in their units.
We were trapped in the building all night. We couldn't get out. The doors were submerged with water, so we couldn't push them open.
Days later, there's still no power, no lights, no working elevator, and no water on some floors. Many evacuated, but some returned Sunday to check on their units.
Now we're to pump air.
Still unsure of when they can safely return.
Oh, my concern is we've been told it's going to be weeks, and that's the best estimate.
Residents say flood water filled the basement where the power system is located. Ottawa Hydro on site Sunday.
I know that they're working very hard to get a new unit because their vault blew.
Linda Fitzpatrick is staying with loved ones but keeps coming back, climbing up to 19 flights of stairs to check on others.
And just to make sure everybody else is out and they're okay. So what can I say?
The situation weighing on her.
I've got a picture of my grandkids just to put in my purse. I know, it's silly. Stuff.
CTV News contacted property management company Sackley Enterprises, which manages the Park West apartment building, but did not receive a response. The City of Ottawa says it will continue to work with the property manager as repairs to the building's essential services are made. The City of Ottawa says on July 2nd, it provided temporary accommodations to 45 residents, including overflow hotels, motels, or post-secondary residences. Going on to say, while some residents have chosen to stay in their units, the second evacuation on July 4th resulted in 24 residents registering to temporarily relocate.
They can call 311 and choose 2, and they can be guided because there's certain requirements.
Walking through the hallway Sunday, units are marked to show who stayed or not. As residents hope to keep their units safe, it's also a struggle to get answers.
Insurance companies are just putting everybody on hold. We'll call you back. And so it's like we're all in the dark.
Natalie Van Roy, CTV News.
Well, every relationship has a few tiny secrets. Maybe they don't know how much you spent, or maybe you watched their favorite show without them. Well, Ashley and Gord from the Morning Pickup on Pure Country 94 want to know, what are you keeping from your partner?
So Gord is in the doghouse.
Sleeping on the couch for a little bit, I think, yeah.
Going on a boys' golf trip. You told your wife it was a lot less than it actually was, and she found out when she went into the bank account.
It was 3 times
Three
as much
times.
as I told her.
3
that it was.
times. It was
It was 3
double.
of those payments.
So we're asking you, what's the something that you're keeping from your partner? Text coming in at 54321. We had Sarah who admitted she told him that his favorite golf shirt was in the wash. She threw it out. She can't stand looking at it. It's the one that she despises more than any other one. Love this one that we got from Trevor. The broken lawnmower isn't broken. I just wanted the weekend off.
And maybe he goes to the garage to fix it. And
Yeah.
maybe he has
Oh.
maybe he has like a beer in the garage or something.
Maybe he has a beer fridge out there.
Yeah, maybe
there are multiple beers that have gone missing. Okay, we've got Kathleen on the phone. What are you hiding from your partner?
Well, I do some Amazon shopping, and then I have it delivered to a community box nearby work so I can venture over there on my lunch and pick up my purchases so they don't come to the front door. Sometimes, if I don't think of it, I'll even have my neighbor, if it goes to the house, I'll have my neighbor run out and grab it before hubby gets home.
Oh, that's kind of brilliant.
You're taking notes right now.
Yes,
I know
I'm
it.
looking up my community mailbox.
Yep, there it is.
You gotta love that one.
Oh, yeah.
To the community mailbox. And I mean, it's harmless, right? It's
yeah.
just like a fun little secret line that you're doing.
Oh, I love it. I'm sure there are so many more juicy ones. I want to know all of the details now.
I feel like we have to do the same thing. We'll ask Ashley and Gordon, like, do the same thing but solicit without any names.
Right.
You know, give us the real secrets that you have, because I can only imagine if people know that they're not going to get in trouble, what they might divulge, and maybe it'll shut off some of that guilt that they have from the secrets that they have going on.
I think it's so funny because they're divulging these secrets. They're not really helping, right? They're actually giving you information on ways to like hide that extra purchase and not tell your significant other. People are like going, didn't think about
Wait a
that.
minute.
Having a secret box
Or
over there.
saying something cost way less than it actually did, you know, and we know Gord said his golf trip was 3 times less expensive than it was actually. So
busted.
Yeah, ouchies.
Listen, Gord, I've been there too.
Yeah.
Sometimes the golf rounds get a little bit more expensive than one could plan.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a little you're just a little sad about the amount that you've spent, but the memories are there. I
That's
stand with
right.
you, my friend. You enjoy your life. That's what I'll say.
So super expensive, but priceless stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're memories that'll last for a lifetime, right? And I remember you saying that you share an Amazon account
We
too.
do
so like,
share an Amazon account.
You can't hide those
I
purchases.
can't even send it to the community mailbox because he'll already see if I ordered something. Yeah, it's vice versa. So he's like, well, where's those pair of shoes you ordered that never made it to the house?
Who, me?
So getting it delivered to my parents' address or something doesn't really save me
Can't
much.
hide, right?
No, I
No.
can't hide from
Okay.
the shopping.
Doesn't
And we
really
also
work.
have a doorbell camera. So like he also sees the purchases coming in, even if he's not home when I get them. And I sneak them in and I open it up. I'm like, oh, you know, that's old. I've had that for years.
Oh.
He's like, oh, is that the box was delivered today at 11:33 this afternoon? So, you know.
Yeah, with the new technology, it's like there it is. There's the
There's no
person. There's
hiding
the
it.
box. No, you can't at this
There's
point.
no more secrets in life.
Oh, so good. All right, don't forget you can listen to Ashley and Gord on the Morning Pickup weekdays from 6 to 10 on Ottawa's Pure Country 94. Taking a peek outside, it's going to be a beautiful day. Melissa letting us know. Let's get used to it. A gorgeous week ahead. As we cruise up to 7:30, we'll be right back with your news headlines and full forecast.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video, upload it at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
Good morning to you, 7:30. We're glad you can start your day with us. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And I have to ask you, after a smoldering couple of days, especially from Canada going into the weekend, we had a beautiful Saturday and Sunday. Is that something that we can get used to?
Oh, we sure can. Our 7-day forecast is looking spectacular. It's like sunshine and hot every single day.
And we
Can't
bow
complain.
down to Melissa on this Monday morning.
This
Thank
is like
you.
what I've been waiting for. You know, I wait like all fall, all winter, just for those 7 days where it's like sunny and hot. This is my kind of forecast that I love to deliver.
Looking forward to it. First off, we're going to start with today's top stories. Starting today, federal public servants will be spending more time in the office. All federal employees in the core public service will be required to be in the office for a minimum of 4 days a week as the federal government expands its return to office mandate. All executives have been reporting to the office 5 days a week since May 4th. But 3 departments, Global Affairs Canada, Statistics Canada, and Immigration, Refugee, and Citizenship Canada, will be delaying the 4 days a week return to office mandate due to a lack of office space. After a record-breaking Canada Day storm, local politicians are calling on the province for additional funding to help with the cleanup efforts. 5 Ottawa area MPPs and 4 city councillors signing an open letter asking the province to help by designating some of the city's most impacted areas under the Disaster Recovery Assistance for Ontarians program. Under that program, residents and small businesses can apply for financial assistance to recover after a natural disaster. Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of military submarines. The Prime Minister will make the announcement this afternoon in Halifax. 2 companies, one based in Germany and one in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build the fleet of 12 submarines, plus 30 to 50 years of maintenance. The successful company would procure a contract worth more than $100 billion over its lifetime. Prime Minister Mark Carney will depart for Ankara this evening. He'll be the first Canadian Prime Minister to visit Turkey since 2015, and experts say he has something to prove.
Well, I think for Canada, it's can Carney make Canada credible as a military power? And I think it's the same thing for all of NATO. You know, this is not a summit about spending. It's actually a summit about can we produce the weapons?
The $100 billion contract to make Canadian military submarines is expected to showcase how Canada plans to increase spending to reach new NATO targets. That is now 5% of GDP by 2035. The federal government has committed to that number, but hasn't outlined how they'll get there. Carney's schedule of bilateral meetings hasn't been finalized yet. However, he is expected to take part in a discussion on financing the defense sector and boost Canada's progress on defense spending. An Ottawa motorcycle rider is facing charges after they were caught allegedly driving nearly 100 kilometers an hour over the speed limit on Highway 417 over the weekend. Ontario Provincial Police say officers stopped a 23-year-old with a novice M2 driver's license on the highway Saturday after they were clocked going 193 kilometers an hour. The rider is now facing stunt driving and dangerous operation charges. In sports, a day after the heartbreaking ending to Canada's historic World Cup run, some of the team members returned home.
We're going to look back on this 6 weeks fondly and just remember, you know, what we did as a nation and what we did as players and how we helped grow the game of soccer in Canada, which was our goal that we set out to do.
Hopefully with the momentum that we brought it from this tournament, we can continue to push on and push forward and, you know, try to go even further in the next one. And hopefully we inspire the generation of younger Canadian kids to come help us do that.
Members of the squad arrived at Pearson Airport with their heads held high after being eliminated by Morocco in the round of 16. And Captain Alphonso Davies spoke out online after not playing in Canada's loss on Saturday due to a lingering hamstring injury. Davies writing in part, "It hurts knowing I couldn't give my all when my team and my country needed it most. This disappointment will only motivate me to recover, work harder, and come back stronger than ever. To everyone who supported us through every moment, thank you." Continuing in sports, Toronto native Summer McIntosh makes history. She set a world record in the women's 200-meter butterfly at the Canadian Trials in Montreal, finishing the race in 2 minutes, 1.65 seconds. It is her 4th world record.
Canadian tennis star Felix Auger-Aliassime is moving on at Wimbledon.
Finally, he takes it. And there is the release of the emotion.
The Montreal native is moving forward after a grueling 5-set match that took almost 4.5 hours to complete on.
Felix now advances to the quarterfinals where he will face 7-time Wimbledon champion Novak Djokovic.
Ooh, tough battle.
And what a game match that will be.
I saw some rallies going back and forth, and it was intense. Intense.
I feel like, too, at that stage, too, it's like, you know, everything's on the line at the top stage in the world. With those two matched up, there's going to be so many people tuning into that game.
I'm figuring a nice cold plunge after that, 4-hour-plus match to recover, get some ice going, take some rest. Whew, and then back at it.
Back at it.
It's a long game of tennis.
Absolutely.
We're stretching on.
Whew, my goodness. Well, if you're looking to get outside today, it will be a beautiful day to do so. We're going to see warm conditions this afternoon. It will be another hot and sunny day in the nation's capital. 18 degrees so far here in Ottawa. We have warmed up a little bit this morning. It does feel closer to 21 already this hour, and that is because it's already humid to start off your morning. Feels like 20 in Brockville, 23 in Kingston, 18 out in the valley. We are seeing sunnier skies right now, so we did see a few clouds early this morning. Those have started to clear up. It will be mainly sunny in through your afternoon today, and a high of 28, so hot and sticky later on this afternoon. We could also see spotty showers Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's a slim chance of a few spotty showers come the middle of the work week. However, throughout most of the work week, it will be nice and hot and sunny, and just a beautiful week to get outside. If you're on vacation this week, you picked a good one. Same with it. If you are at summer camp, it's a beautiful hot one, but make sure you're staying hydrated and lathering on the sunscreen. 28 today, will feel closer to 35 this afternoon. Same within Kemptville. Cornwall sitting at 29, 28 in the valley today, 29 as well over in Gatineau. So here's a look at what we will see over the next 5 days. And yes, it'll be hot and sunny today, tomorrow. 29 is the high tomorrow. Clear skies overnight, so not much relief on the way overnight as there's still some humidity in the forecast. As we head into Wednesday and in through Friday, still beautiful and sunny and hot, but there is a slim chance of those spotty showers throughout the middle end of the work week. And here's a look at your roads this morning. It has been a slow drive in. We have lots of volume if you are heading eastbound on the 417. It's at the 417 eastbound on the 417 from Bayshore and through Bronson. Westbound on the Queensway, also congestion between Nicholas and Parkdale. Heading east on the Kitchie-Zibi-Meakin Parkway, it's slow approaching Booth Street. Riverside and Bank also seeing some delays due to construction.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
Ronald McDonald House here in Ottawa has increased their capacity to help more families on their medical journey when they stay at Ronald McDonald House. And here to talk about that expansion and how it's going to help so many more families, we've got Christine Hardy. She is the CEO of Ronald McDonald House. Good morning to you and congratulations on this. This is really big news. I remember visiting Ronald McDonald House here in Ottawa when you just broke ground and you're about to expand. Yeah. Please talk about this expansion, talk about the numbers. What does it mean for the families who have to use Ronald McDonald House?
It means we can say yes to all families who need a place to stay when their child is ill and they need to travel to Ottawa. So for many years, as you know, Rosie, we've operated with a really long wait list and we've had to turn away families. And now that we've expanded from 14 to 36 suites, we have room for everyone and we've been able to eliminate our wait list.
That's more than doubled. More than double in size. Yeah. For folks who don't know, can you describe Ronald McDonald House, like what you offer to families on what can be sometimes very difficult medical journeys?
Yes, absolutely. So we offer families a warm, welcoming, comfortable place to stay. We offer hot meals every day, free snacks, coffee and tea. We have lots of programming. We have a craft room. We have a gym, we have shared spaces, private spaces. I would say most importantly, what we do is we offer families the comforts of home so they can focus on what they need to focus on, which is the recovery of their child.
Okay, Christine, you've lowered the eligibility distance from, 80 kilometers down to 60 kilometers. Please tell folks what that's all about.
Sure. Well, the only criteria to stay at Ronald McDonald House is that you live too far away to be able to commute back and forth. Yes. And 80 kilometers is still quite a distance. So we still had a number of families, like Fiona's family. Fiona was meant to be with me here today. Unfortunately, she wasn't feeling well enough to come. She's in grade 6. She lives in Kemptville.
There she is.
There she is. And for families like Fiona's, she's going through oncology treatment and she has to be at the hospital several times a week. So you can imagine in an Ottawa winter driving back and forth an hour each way several times a week. And then on top of that, having a very sick, fragile child in your car. It's really stressful and it's exhausting. So the fact that we've been able to offer a place now for Fiona, it also means that when a parent has a sick child, you don't even want to be 5 minutes away, let alone an hour. So it means that her family, she's staying with us with her mom, and she has 2 older brothers who come to visit all the time from Kentville. And so this capacity building that we have done has not only allowed us to eliminate our wait list, but it's also allowed us to welcome families who were still living too far to go back and forth.
With this expansion, you doubled the amount of families that can utilize Ronald McDonald House. I know that that expansion is very costly, and I'm wondering about donations, how people can help, how they can donate and volunteer. How can they do that?
Thank you so much for asking. Yes, now that we've built the building, certainly the need is still very much there. We are serving many, many more families every year, thousands more every year. And in order to offer them what we offer them, we rely completely on community support. So we rely on donations and we rely heavily on volunteers. We have volunteers that come and help with our operations every day. If you can spare a donation or if you can spare your time, please reach out to Ronald McDonald House Ottawa. We would love to meet you and love to show you how you can be part of this great mission.
Ronald McDonald House, Ottawa. Christine Hardy, thank you so much for stopping by. This is a facility that so many families in deep need can really take advantage of. And again, it's right close to the hospital as well. Oh, this is a wonderful thing. Thank you, and congratulations again, because now you can help even more families, which is wonderful with the expansion. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you so much.
We will be coming up in a little bit. We've got some news and weather and sports, but right now we're going to send it on over to Melissa.
We break down how you can deal with income tax debt with Mark Rillo from Doyle Saluski, and he's standing by right there in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. Here's a live look for our Centennial Glass Sky Cam this morning. Bright and sunny this hour with sunshine into the afternoon. A hot one, 28 is the high. Good morning, Ottawa. Right now feels closer to 21 degrees. And while we are way past tax season, most of us have likely heard back from CRA, and it is time to act now if you owe money. With us this morning, we have Mark Rillo from Doyle Saluski. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, so the first step in this is, of course, making sure that you did indeed file your tax returns.
Yeah, this is a weird topic in July, right? Like, we're July, Mark. You want to talk about taxes? Like, don't ruin my day, right? But the thing is, most people have filed.
Yes.
Most people have gotten refunds,
right,
which is great. But if you haven't filed and you owe tax, CRA will start to grind a little bit here. What I mean by that is there's penalties and interest that you pay.
Right.
It's bad enough you owe taxes. Like, you know, it's not the best situation to be in, but manageable, hopefully, for most people. The thing is, CRA will tack on taxes and penalties and interest on the taxes, I mean.
Okay.
So penalties and interest can get pretty steep. They start at about 17%, so on $1,000, that's $170. They can go up to 50%.
Wow.
So that bill can get up really quick, right? So I always love to say this, you know, keep more money in your pocket. So if you're July 6th today, you haven't filed your taxes yet, you're past the deadlines for 2025. A lot of people haven't filed for a few years, so get those returns in. At least know what's going on.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of people get surprised. They come to us, they file, and oh, we get refunds. I didn't know. There's credits that are available to get, like GST credits or all kinds of things, right, that kick in. So the nice thing about taxes is once you file it, at least you know where you stand.
Absolutely,
right?
and there are options. Okay,
Exactly.
let's talk about for those who have filed them and there may be a dispute with their CRA assessment. Okay.
So right now, July 6th, you're still in the window. So when you have an assessment from CRA, you have 90 days officially to object.
Okay, to
say, I
appeal.
don't agree with this. Like, you may have been refused some deductions.
Okay.
A lot of people have their own business, right?
Yeah.
So you may have deductions you put in there for costs for certain things or repairs. And CRA says, listen, whoa, we're not going to accept those. We're going to refuse that right away. So you can object to that.
Okay.
You can actually extend that 90 days for about a year, depending on the circumstances. So there's ways to go around it. But the thing is, again, don't be like the ostrich, put your head in the sand. If you have an assessment, you say, hey, there's something wrong with this.
Wait a minute.
If you can't deal with it yourself, go see a professional. You may have an accountant already that works with you. Or talk to CRA, say, hey, what do I do about this? But you know, you got to reach out and do something. You can't just sit and do nothing. Object to it officially.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
What happens if you owe some money and you just unfortunately cannot handle that tax debt at this time?
The vast majority of people that we see, like we deal with people with debt issues, right?
Yeah.
We try to manage it with them. They have tax debt.
Yeah.
CRA is the unfortunate creditor. You don't go to CRA to borrow money like you do on a credit card or a loan to the bank, right? They're there because you owe taxes, but you can work things out. The nice thing about CRA is that people really don't know this is you can talk to them. You can call CRA and say, okay, I've got these taxes owing. I can't pay it right now. I've got like a $3,000 or $4,000 tax bill. What do I do?
Yeah.
They will give you some time to pay it.
Some leeway.
Typically, what happens is they give you about 12 months.
Okay.
And yeah, you're still paying interest on that as you go. That's okay, but at least you're paying it down.
Right.
So let's say you take that $300, it's going to take you a year to pay it. You're paying, roughly $300, $250, $300 a month, which could be affordable in your budget.
Right.
But the thing is, if you don't do anything, it's just going to sit there. So first thing to do is talk to CRA. If you can't do that, then talk to your partner and see if in your budget you can make adjustments and try to figure it out yourself. If you can't, then you need to see a professional because you don't want CRA to take the next step, which they're going to talk about right now.
Okay.
Because they have a lot of power.
They do. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about that last step. What happens if you don't pay it or don't even call and get those options?
Yeah, the big one is wage garnishments, right? So you can go to your employer and say, listen, we're CRA. Here's the requirement. This person hasn't paid their taxes. Start garnishing their wages. They can go up to 30% of what you make.
Wow.
So that's a big hit, right?
Yeah.
The other thing they can do is they can freeze your bank account. So what do you use your bank account for, right? You
Everything.
pay your Rogers, you pay your bills, you pay your insurance, your car
daycare,
payments, your daycare. So if your account's frozen, that handcuffs you a lot of times. So when CRA does that, there's issues. Again, talk to CRA if you can work it out. They can take the freeze off. If you can't, you need to see a professional. You need to say, listen, we got to get this freeze off my bank account. I can't operate without a bank account. Nobody can these days. Everything's debit. You tap this, tap that. So if you have an account that's frozen, come and see a professional. There's things we can do. We know we file proposals with people all the time. As soon as you file that proposal, the freeze comes off. It kind of gives you control again. That's what you need to get back, right? You've lost control now. CRA's taken a step. Like I say, they have a lot of power because they have to deal with these debts, but you have options too. So don't think you're at the end of the rope and you can't do anything. Come to see a professional. We can take the freeze off, work out a payment plan, and get you back on track.
And what's the best way, pardon me, to reach you guys if people do have questions or do need some help with these options?
DoyleSaluski.ca is the easiest way, or 613-237-5555.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome. And coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, we all know summer music festivals can get expensive, but we're here to tell you how you can check out live music in Ottawa for free. We'll have those details coming up in a few minutes.
All right, it is milestone celebration time for this Monday, July 6th. And we are starting off with a happy 4th birthday to Daniel. Love from Mom, Dad, Carolyn, Kitty Kelly, and all of your friends and family. All right, this is a really special one for us here. Happy 52nd wedding anniversary to Carol and Wayne Demers from Ottawa, from all of your loving family and us here at Your Morning Ottawa. And thank you for providing us with Mr. Hollywood, letting us know all the best movies possibly happening. He always hits. Congratulations on such a wonderful milestone from all of us here at CTV. And if you got a milestone, celebrate with us. Kids turning 13 or under, or 100 years or more, or as you just saw, wedding anniversaries, 50 years or more. Email us, ottawa.milestones@ctv.ca. We'll take a peek outside through our sky cam. A gorgeous Monday sun and a high of 28, baby. Stay with us. Cruising up to 8, we'll have your news headlines right after the break.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Find your adventure. We stock it. The Bronco family.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe. where foodies love their sweets
and markets bursting with flavor,
wrapped up in waterways
and hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display.
And the future
meets the past,
where people come together.
Always proud,
often loud,
and positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
It's Monday, July 6th. Canadian public sector workers return to office 4 days a week, but unions say they will continue to fight against it.
We were trapped in the building all night. We couldn't get out. The doors were submerged with water, so we couldn't push them open.
An Ottawa apartment building remains without power days after flash flooding that took place on Canada Day.
And a redo in Canada after a rained-out Canada Day. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now.
Good morning. It's going to be a great day. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
So earlier in the show,
yes.
I teased it a little bit if you're joining us. If you're just joining us, that's okay. I'm going to do a recap. Coming up in about 10-15 minutes, I'm going to have a gentleman coming on talking about his summer rap camp.
Okay.
And so we're having a little game. I'm going to ask each of you, we've had an hour and a half or so, to give me one word that he's going to do in a freestyle. So, Melissa, what is your word that you'd like Nick to rap in the freestyle?
I would like to use the word sun.
Sun. Okay, keep it simple. And Rosie?
Morning.
Sun and morning.
Your Morning Ottawa.
Okay, and I'll give mine when we do the interview to keep him really on his toes, just in case he's watching in our Lazy Boy Lounge.
Will you be doing a little freestyling, maybe?
Listen, I don't want to give too much away, but grade 6 did a little rap battle myself.
I love it.
Now,
Will.
I love it.
Looking forward to that.
No, you're not.
Whatever you say. We're going to take a look right now at today's top stories. And starting today, federal public servants will be spending more time in the office. All federal employees in the core public service will be required to be in the office for a minimum of 4 days a week as the federal government expands its return to office mandate. All executives have been reporting to the office 5 days a week since May 4th. But 3 departments, Global Affairs, Canada, Statistics Canada, and Immigration, Refugee, and Citizenship Canada will be delaying the 4 days a week return to office mandate due to a lack of office space. After a record-breaking Canada Day storm, local politicians are calling on the province for additional funding to help with the cleanup efforts. 5 Ottawa area MPPs and 4 city councillors signing an open letter asking the province to help by designating some of the city's most impacted areas under the Disaster Recovery Assistance for Ontarians program. Under that program, residents and small businesses can apply for financial assistance to recover after a natural disaster. Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of military submarines. The Prime Minister will make the announcement this afternoon in Halifax. 2 companies, one based in Germany and one in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build the fleet of 12 submarines, plus 30 to 50 years of maintenance. The successful company would procure a contract worth more than $100 billion over its lifetime. Prime Minister Mark Carney will depart for Ankara this evening. He'll be the first Canadian PM to visit Turkey since 2015, and experts say he has something to prove.
Well, I think for Canada, it's can Carney make Canada credible as a military power? And I think it's the same thing for all of NATO. You know, this is not a summit about spending. It's actually a summit about can we produce the weapons?
The $100 billion contract to make Canadian military submarines is expected to showcase how Canada plans to increase spending to reach new NATO targets. That is now 5% of GDP by 2035. The federal government has committed to that number, but has not outlined how they'll get there. Carney's schedule of bilateral meetings hasn't been finalized yet. However, he's expected to take part in a discussion on financing the defense sector and boost Canada's progress on defense spending. An Ottawa motorcycle rider is facing charges after they were caught allegedly driving nearly 100 kilometers an hour over the speed limit on Highway 417 over the weekend. Ontario Provincial Police say officers stopped a 23-year-old with a novice M2 driver's license on the highway Saturday after they were clocked going 193 kilometers an hour. The rider is now facing stunt driving and dangerous operation charges. In sports, a day after the heartbreaking ending to Canada's historic World Cup run, some of the team members returned home.
We're going to look back on this 6 weeks fondly and just remember, what we did as a nation and what we did as players and how we helped grow the game of soccer in Canada, which was our goal that we set out to do.
Hopefully with the momentum that we brought it from this tournament, we can continue to push on and push forward and, try to go even further in the next one. And hopefully we inspire the generation of younger Canadian kids to come help us do that.
While it's disappointing the journey is over, Canada's run at the FIFA World Cup was unprecedented for men's soccer in this country. Our first ever World Cup point, our first ever World Cup win, our first ever trip to the knockout stages, and our first ever knockout stage win. Captain Alphonso Davies spoke out online after not playing in Canada's loss on Saturday due to a lingering hamstring injury. Davies writing in part, "It hurts knowing I couldn't give my all when my team and my country needed it most. This disappointment will only motivate me to recover, work harder, and come back stronger than ever. To everyone who supported us through every moment, thank you."
Continuing in sports, Toronto native Summer McIntosh makes history.
She set a world record in the women's 200-meter butterfly at the Canadian Trials in Montreal, finishing the race in 2 minutes, 1.65 seconds for her 4th world record.
Amazing. Just incredible.
I feel like we're going to be talking about this for years down the line. So young, so incredible, already smashing records, and it's so fun to watch, too.
It's going to be wild when she starts smashing her own records, right? Because, a lot of them she's set over the years, and then eventually she's just going to come by and be like, actually, I'm going to break that. No big deal.
That's the ultimate flex, isn't
right?
it? Beating your own world records.
Can you imagine her trophy case of all those Olympic medals? It keeps growing and growing and growing.
Absolutely. You're going to need a full room for all of her display cases.
I was going to say, the joke is when the kids move out of the home and the trophy room becomes the gym. No, that's stay in a trophy room because you can't put those bad boys anywhere else.
Absolutely. Well, it would be a good day to cool off in a pool or in a waterway because it's a hot one for us today. 20 degrees already this morning. That's where we're sitting temperature-wise here in the city. Same with the Montreal, 18 currently in the valley. With the humidity, it's already 24. That's how it feels outside in Ottawa right now. Same within Kingston, Cornwall, and over in Montreal. So we did see some clouds earlier this morning. Those have cleared up. So now it's nice and sunny out there. We will see mainly sunny conditions in through your afternoon. Any rain will stay to the south of us. We're not expecting any rain until Wednesday. That's when we could start to see some spotty showers Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. A slim chance of these spotty showers kind of off and on in the forecast for us. Won't ruin your plans if you have some outdoor plans for those days, though. We will still see lots of sunshine and dry conditions. If we get any rain, it will happen very quickly and then clear out very quickly as well. 28 is your high for this afternoon, 29 in Cornwall, 28 for Kemptville, as well as out in the valley for today. We'll feel closer to 35 for us here in Ottawa today with that humidity in the forecast this afternoon. And as you can see, a hot week in store for us. 16 is the overnight low tonight. Will stay nice and clear. More sunshine on the way tomorrow. 29 is the high. Temperatures in the low 30s, high 20s throughout the entire week. Spotty showers possible as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but just a slim chance, and then clearing up for the weekend with lots of sunshine. We have a disabled vehicle on the westbound 417 at Rochester that has the left lane closed. There also appears to be a disabled vehicle on the westbound ramp in the same area causing major delays this morning, so you can see lots of volume on the Queensway. Eastbound on the 417, we're also seeing heavy volume from Bayshore in through Bronson. Westbound on the Queensway, we're seeing congestion between the 174 split and Parkdale, and heading east on the Kitchie-Zibi-Meakin Parkway, slowdowns approaching Booth Street, Riverside, Bank. Also some delays due to ongoing construction. Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Jermaine Franklin here in the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Sunday. And for it, we head to Wimbledon. Canadian Felix Auger-Aliassime facing Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. And in the fourth set, maybe the point of the tournament.
What a point! As good as it gets.
Just incredible play. Both players giving maximum effort for an unforgettable rally. Auger-Aliassime ends up winning the match to move into the quarters, but the two players combine here for the must-see moment from Sunday. And today on TSN, our coverage of the World Cup continues. 2 round of 16 matches. First, Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal face Spain at 2:45 p.m. Eastern, 11:45 a.m. Pacific. Then the United States plays Belgium at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
Bars Academy is a week-long summer camp where kids aged 9 to 12 learn how to write songs, freestyle, build confidence, and express themselves in a positive and supportive environment. Our guest is sitting by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. Nice and cozy there. Can't wait for that fun conversation coming up shortly. And we're going to do a little freestyling ourselves. Outside through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, a beautiful Monday with the sun shining. Thank you, Melissa. 8:12 on your Monday. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. If you're thinking, you know what, maybe I want some kiddos to start learning some freestyle rapping, gain confidence in what they're doing, we got Nick from Bars Academy hosting a week-long summer camp to talk more about it. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Will. How you doing?
I'm doing good, but first we got to do this. Willie D coming live from the VIP. It's lazy, but here we call it the street. Now we got to ask Nick B what he thinks of the beat.
I love it. 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 Man. I love it.
I was gonna intro with that, but then I was like, I gotta set it up first. I can't just be rapping on the start of the show.
Will, that was unreal. That was unreal. You're welcome to Bars Academy already. Man.
Thank you. All right, so tell me a little bit about why you felt the need to start this summer camp.
100%. So I'm a girl dad myself, and I'm a rapper. I've been rapping for a long time, since I was like, 12, 13 years old. And my daughter's gone to a lot of different camps, right? So swimming camp, CSI forensics camp, all these different kind of camps. And I've been in music for so long, I wanted to find a camp that was maybe something that speaks to creativity, speaks to confidence, because rapping my whole life has given me an opportunity to take those skills and transfer them to everything that we're doing, right? So being confident in myself, and there's a stage version of yourself and a regular version of yourself, and maybe when you're not feeling so up to being you that day, you can tap into those skills and be able to express yourself. And also I find that now it's hard for kids to maybe find a way to express themselves when they're feeling a type of way. So giving an opportunity to the young kids to learn a different way to express themselves, find inspiration, and just be creative is really cool.
I think you said a great word, which I want to kind of circle back to, is you said confidence, because coming up with something like this and then being able to perform, or not feeling like externally vulnerable for sharing what you might think in your head to portray out. What are some of those things that you've carried with you, like from the rap world into your real life, outside of, we'll call it, your stage performer?
Yeah, of course. I think the number one thing is that you just have to go for it, right? Everything that you want is just kind of on the other end of that feeling of fear and vulnerability. And the kids say the word cringe a lot. Oh, this is cringe, or that is cringe. I think the only thing in life that's cringe is when you don't fully commit to something. So if you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, that's when it'll come off inauthentic. But being able to just take to the stage, I've been rapping for a long time, but sometimes before we go on stage, we still get nervous. And we want to create a space for kids to come, be themselves, create a safe space where they can support each other. So we're doing things like hype person of the day, right? So like, did you hype up your homies? Did you, hype them up when they were rapping? Give them some inspiration, those types of things. So it's really important.
I love that. And you know what? What I love most about it is you're creating that safe space for people to come in and you know, just let them be themselves. And those little butterflies, that's a good thing too, because it can mean that you really care about what you're doing. Tell me about the summer camp. If people are going to be signing up, what could they expect?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're running it for 1 week. So this is our first kind of pilot week to see how it goes. We're going to learn a lot. It's going to be from July 20th to the 24th. We still have a couple spaces open. So if you go to barsacademy.com, you can get all the information off of our website there. And really what we're going to start is by creating your rap name. So you'll come in, you'll create a rap name. Willie D is yours, you know what I mean? So you got to come in and create your rap name, create that. And then we're going to be teaching the kids about icebreakers, being a part of a team, being a part of a crew. Every day we're going to get outside and get inspired by what's around us, whether it's graffiti, going to the park, and giving opportunity to kind of reflect. And then we're going to teach some rhyming games, some things like that. And then we're going to write a song. So by the end of the week, we're going to perform a song for the parents and have a pizza party, and everybody's going to kind of enjoy.
Oh, it's so amazing. And you know, speaking from someone that has like performed in life, I can't tell you the amount of confidence that you get from doing something like this and performing in front of people. And it carries on to so many aspects of your life. Okay. So throughout the show today, me and you talked about this a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So I had my co-hosts Rosie and Melissa give me 2 words.
2 words, perfect.
So we'll use those 2 words, and then you can do a freestyle, mix them in however you like, okay?
Sounds good. Give me the words.
So Melissa, she's the weather person. She said sun, and then Rosie said morning. So morning and sun, we'll let you freestyle. Take those words, go at it, my friend.
Perfect. Ever since I was young, I was the one, and I wake up every day and rise like the morning sun. I open my mouth, oh no, a heat warning. Everybody want to go. It's Ottawa morning.
I'm sitting over there preparing for mine for an hour and a half, and you do it on the spot. I think it's so fun. Before we let you go, you know, when you think about rap and your freestyle and the culture that it's expressed, what would you say the biggest takeaway that you've learned from an experience level from that would be?
I think the biggest thing is that you need to be involved. You need to find community, and you need to find a way to be creative and express yourself. And at Bars Academy, that's what we're really hoping to do.
Amazing. Well, Nick, thanks for joining us today. barsacademy.com if anyone's interested in signing up for that week-long summer camp. Appreciate your time, my friend.
Thanks so much, Will.
All right, let's head outside, shall we? Because it is a beautiful day, as Nick so politely put, the morning sun. We love that. Daytime high will be 28 degrees. We still got much more for you here on Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back.
Exploring this beautiful region, Girls Trips has grown into a community of like-minded women who love to have adventure and, of course, a little bit of fun. Joining us this morning is founder Candace Sampson. Good morning to you.
Hi, how are you?
I love it. Okay, so you are in costume today. We're just going to clarify. It'll make more sense in a few minutes. But first of all, tell us about Girls Trips. Sounds like a ton of fun.
It is, actually. And it's really, it's just born out of sort of the perfect storm in my life.
Okay.
Of, you know, being in the digital media space for like 20 years and sort of seeing this shift online of women really want to get out from behind their screens, out with women, having fun, making connections. We've lost that ability a little bit.
We sure have.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be intimidating, like how do I meet or approach someone? This is the perfect opportunity to do that.
Absolutely. So through a series of events and travel opportunities, this is a way just to build a community and get out with women and have some fun.
I love it. And so what sorts of things do Girl Trips get to do?
So what we've done in the past, what I've done is I've did a boat with La Boat cruises. So we did like a weekend. That was sort of the inaugural launch.
Okay.
And then we did a Christmas getaway, which we had Santa Claus and we went shopping with Small Town. It was so fun. Then we did Batter Up Babes. We did the home opener for the Blue Jays this year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
These are fun trips.
So it's just sort of just planning a little bit of whimsy and a little bit of escape and always sort of that Canadian angle.
Okay.
Really focusing on
And
Canada.
it looks like you have a pretty big squad that comes out.
Yeah, I do.
What's the feedback been like from women who have joined?
Oh, it's so great. I mean, honestly, I think my first trip, the ladies that were on my first trip really, they have my heart forever.
Yeah.
They did amazing, and it was because they came out, they were really open, they were all strangers, and they left as friends. And they're still connected. I love it. Like we talk, like I love it. That's what I want.
That's so incredible. Okay, we're going to talk about some upcoming trips you have.
Sure, yeah.
Starting with Roper on the River.
Oh, sorry, I have to put my
and
glasses
this is
on.
why this will make sense now. Tell us about this. This sounds so fun.
Mrs. Roper is having this huge cultural moment, you know, and it started in 2013 in New Orleans with like about 50 people. It has exploded over the last decade or so, and hundreds of thousands of people in chapters across North America.
Wild.
These romps and parties happen all the time, all year. So this is my version of it. So we're going out with Ottawa boat cruises on July 24th from 7 to 10. It is going to be a hoot, and of course this is our
So tell us about the costume and how you're supposed to come and dress.
Well, it's the caftan, of course, is mandatory.
I love that.
And I love it too because I am now summer ready. This is my summer body. I no longer have to worry about this bikinis. It's caftans
free
all the way. I know the air flows.
Yeah,
and who cares?
You can eat as much as you want. It looks like it's really great for dancing too.
Fun.
A little bit flowy,
and you get to be a little silly.
I love it.
Right? We all need those excuses just to have a little whimsy and a little silly in our lives.
And we must mention it's a wig that you're also wearing today too.
I would hope that people know that.
Okay, so how could people take part if they want to join?
So girltrips.ca, so girl, not plural, girltrips.ca, and you can go there and you can buy your tickets right now. And after this, I'm going to have a giveaway for 2 tickets that people can enter. It'll be on Instagram, so if you go to girltrips.ca on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, and so still tickets left for this event?
Lots
because
of
it is
tickets
fast
left.
approaching.
Yeah, lots of tickets left.
Okay.
And so it's come out with your crew. I've got people coming out to celebrate their 50th. I've got people coming just for an excuse to have a party. So it's going to be so great.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, let's move on and talk about a couple more trips we have.
Absolutely.
Cape Breton Island. This is happening in the fall.
October 9th to 16. This is celebrating during Celtic colors in Cape Breton. So the fall colors are exploding. It is absolutely beautiful. We've got whale watching and partnered with some Indigenous partners. And it is really just a huge time on Cape Breton Island. It is the most beautiful the island ever is.
A stunning time with all the leaf changing as well.
It is wild.
At
It's so
point in
beautiful.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, something to do on Halloween as well, the Coven Ball.
Yes, the Coven Ball. So this is time for all the witches to come out. And I mean, witches are sort of becoming quite popular right now too.
Absolutely. Witches is a thing.
Yeah. And so women are, sort of embracing this witch culture, and what better night to do that than Halloween night? So the details will be up on girltrips.ca.
Okay, so that's the best place to go, girltrips.ca for all the information for tickets and of course just to join the fun.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate it.
It was so fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. Rosie.
Thank you for that, Melissa. Look at this gorgeous setup evolving here. If you're looking for gorgeous china and you want a nice tea event, well, I think we got you covered here. We're going to be talking about a mobile tea event happening in the city. Stay with us as they set things up. It looks gorgeous. Oh, I think I want some of this here, right here. Stay with us. We're coming up after the break. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa, 827. On the nose. Thanks so much for joining us on this beautiful Monday morning. I'm Rosie Edbeck.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And you teased right before we went to commercial break about this mobile tea adventures going on.
I love it.
And I've kind of been seeing the setup over there. I saw you maybe take a sneak peek. Anything good over there so far?
I did. Well, they've got this beautiful china, selection of china. So there they are setting up. So if you want to hold like a tea party, let's say, but you don't have that exquisite china, they have it for you. They'll bring it on over. And then look, they're getting the sweet treats ready as well. So I might have to take a little bite and a little taste as well. Maybe all of us.
And Rosie loves her tea. If you know Rosie, she loves her tea. She always has her cup of tea. When she warms up, you can see the little tea bag.
There it is.
Looking forward to chatting with them just coming up in a little bit. But first off, we're going to take a look at today's top stories. And we are starting today. The federal public servants will be spending more time in the office. All federal employees in the core public service will be required to be in the office for a minimum of 4 days a week as the federal government expands its return to office mandate. All executives have been reporting to the office 5 days a week since May 4th. But 3 departments, Global Affairs Canada, Statistics Canada, and Immigration, Refugee, and Citizenship Canada, will be delayed the 4 days a week return to office mandate due to a lack of office space. After a record-breaking Canada Day storm, local politicians are calling on the province for additional funding to help with the cleanup efforts. 5 Ottawa area MPPs and 4 city councillors signing an open letter asking the province to help by designating some of the city's most impacted areas under the Disaster Recovery Assistance for Ontario's program. Under that program, residents and small businesses can apply for financial assistance to recover after a natural disaster. This morning, many are without power in the city's West End. Hydro Ottawa says the outage began just after 7:30 this morning and has impacted areas in the Ottawa River south to Manotick and includes Nepean, Bell's Corners, and part of Kanata and Barrhaven. The estimated restoration time is 10 a.m. The cause of the outage is still unknown. Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce which company has won the bid to build Canada's new fleet of military submarines. The Prime Minister will make the announcement this afternoon in Halifax. 2 companies, one based in Germany and one in South Korea, are competing for the contract to build the fleet of 12 submarines plus 30 to 50 years of maintenance. The successful company would procure a contract worth more than $100 billion over its lifetime. And Prime Minister Mark Carney will depart for Ankara this evening. He'll be the first Canadian PM to visit Turkey since 2015, and experts say he has something to prove.
Well, I think for Canada, it's can Carney make Canada credible as a military power? And I think it's the same thing for all of NATO. You know, this is not a summit about spending. It's actually a summit about can we produce the weapons?
The $100 billion contract to make Canadian military submarines is expected to showcase how Canada plans to increase spending to reach new NATO targets. That is now 5% of GDP by 2035. The federal government has committed to that number, but hasn't outlined how they'll get there. Carney's schedule of bilateral meetings hasn't been finalized yet. However, he is expected to take part in a discussion on financing the defense sector and boost Canada's progress on defense spending. An Ottawa motorcycle rider is facing charges after they were caught allegedly driving nearly 100 kilometers an hour over the speed limit on Highway 417 over the weekend. Ontario Provincial Police say officers stopped a 23-year-old with a novice M2 driver's license on the highway Saturday after they were clocked going 193 kilometers an hour. The rider is now facing stunt driving and dangerous operation charges. And in sports, a day after the heartbreaking ending to Canada's historic World Cup run, some of the team members returned home.
We're going to look back on this 6 weeks fondly and just remember, you know, what we did as a nation and what we did as players and how we helped grow the game of soccer in Canada, which was our goal that we set out to do.
Hopefully with the momentum that we brought it from this tournament, we can continue to push on and push forward and, you know, try to go even further in the next one. And hopefully we inspire the generation of younger Canadian kids to come help us do that.
While it's disappointing the journey is over, Canada's run at the FIFA World Cup was unprecedented for men's soccer in this country. Our first ever World Cup point, our first ever World Cup win, our first ever trip to the knockout stages, and our first ever knockout stage win. Captain Alphonso Davies spoke out online after not playing in Canada's loss on Saturday due to a lingering hamstring injury. Davies writes in part, "It hurts knowing I couldn't give my all when my team and my country needed it most. This disappointment will only motivate me to recover, work harder, and come back stronger than ever. To everyone who supported us through every moment, thank you." And continuing in sports, Toronto native Summer McIntosh makes history. She set a world record in the women's 200-meter butterfly at the Canadian Trials in Montreal, finishing the race in 2 minutes, 1.65 seconds. It is her 4th world record.
Well, Wednesday was a disappointing day for Canada Day, for many as a powerful storm washed away so many celebrations, but many got a chance to celebrate Saturday night.
We call that redemption. There was a Canada Day remix in Canada. The postponed fireworks show lasted just after 9:30 at Walter Baker Park.
Thousands gathered to enjoy games and rides along the Midway, as well as live music and, of course, tons of food.
And it's funny, right? Not the only place that had a remix, because LeBreton Flats was all set up and so many people went to watch the Canada game. So even though the Canada Day celebrations obviously took a hit, it was nice to at least have something else to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we have to wait and find out what we're going to do with those fireworks, right?
Well, like as you stated, they might have gone off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I think families took it into their own hands when the kids didn't get the fireworks. They went and bought their own and then just were setting them off in the park near our house, because we heard them several nights in a row. Yeah, a couple of times.
And then you got to listen to me on Monday morning, man. That's a tough few days.
And now I have to look at a spider on the floor. I don't want to step on it, because then that means it rains, right? Isn't that some sort of myth? Oh, and it's crawling right towards me. Well, hopefully he goes a little bit to the right. Partly cloudy skies this morning. We will see some sunshine. Will's coming to collect it. Thank you. You're scooching it. Oh, there we go. We're scooching it over to the flowers. It's a great little spot for it. We will see sunshine today, hot and sunny into your afternoon. A beautiful day ahead, 20 degrees right now here in the city. We are still seeing a few clouds out there, but don't worry, those clouds will clear up shortly. Nice and sunny for Brockville, Cornwall this hour. With the humidity this morning, already feeling closer to 24 this morning. So hot and sticky temps this morning, which will continue into the afternoon today. We did see some clouds, still seeing a few clouds out there, but for the most part, it has cleared out. We will see mainly sunny conditions in through your afternoon. As we head into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, those are the 3 days that there is a chance at this point of some spotty showers. Nothing that will ruin your day, just a slim chance of seeing some spotty showers into the afternoon throughout the middle of the work week, continuing in through the end of the work week. But overall, the week is looking fantastic. So if you have booked vacation, not to worry. Still lots of sunshine to be enjoyed. 28 degrees is the high for today. We'll feel closer to 35 into your afternoon. So heat and humidity, a beautiful sunny day across the region. 29 in Gatineau, 30 for Montreal, 27 is your high over in Mont Tremblant. So over the next couple of days, today, tomorrow, absolutely stunning. Lots of sunshine, temps in the high 20s. We'll feel closer to those mid 30s with that humidity. There's those chance of those scattered showers Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but just a slim chance, so likely will stay dry throughout most of the day. The sunshine is back Saturday and Sunday. The heat will stick around throughout the next 7 days. On your roads, we do have a collision westbound on the 417 at Rochester. It has the left-hand lane closed. It also appears there's a disabled vehicle on the westbound ramp in the same area, causing major delays this morning. Eastbound on the 417, heavy buildup at the 416 split in through Bronson. Westbound on the Queensway, congestion between the 174 split and Parkdale. Heading east on the Kitchie-Zibi-Meakin Parkway, we're also seeing slowdowns approaching Booth Street. Hunt Club seeing heavy congestion around Woodruff this morning, getting reports of traffic lights being out. Riverside Bank, also some delays due to ongoing construction. So lots of volume pretty much east to west across the city.
Okay.
Welcome to your morning Ottawa kitchen. Look at the gorgeous, exquisite china. Tea Party Rental Ottawa. This is courtesy of Rita De Silva. She came up with this incredible idea. You want to have a beautiful tea party, but you don't have the exquisite china? She's got you covered. Rita, good morning.
Good morning.
This is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like I just need to stand up a little taller, take my time, sip a little tea. Tell us about your business.
We rent our beautiful china to anybody who wants to have a tea party, bridal shower, weddings, anniversary, anything you think of. We are here for you.
It's beautiful china, and you're talking about, where did you...
Tranquility.
Wow, it's just lovely. So how did the idea come about? So you can rent these wonderful pieces of china to have a lovely party, a get-together, a gathering at any site. But what gave you that idea to do this?
When I was younger, my grandmother used to have a china cabinet and used to look lovely. So when we moved to Canada, I discovered thrift store.
Yes.
Yes. So I started going there and I started to see the same china my grandmother used to have. So I started buying little by little, a teacup here, a cup there, twinkle here, twinkle there, and then it became a business. I just merged my passion for collection with my china.
This is, I love how you brought a little bit of food to decorate, to give us the idea of how things can look. You are offering the china. So how do people get in touch with you to make that reservation to to rent out. I'm going to touch it. I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to be very careful. This beautiful china. How do they get in touch with you?
We are in Facebook, we have Instagram, and we have a website.
Look at the gorgeous shot there. Wow. That is beautiful. How has the reception been so far for you at Tea Party Rental Ottawa?
The community has been very great. We have a lot of customers and we do a lot of bridal showers.
Bridal showers, yeah. I would think that that is just a wonderful, but like you said, there are many different occasions where one might want a beautiful, exquisite tea set for you there.
Yes.
I just love how you set it up just beautifully, setting our imagination running. So how long did it take you to amass this tea collection here?
It took me years.
Yeah,
and I'm still growing.
I was just about to ask you, are you still getting more and still growing, right? Why not?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a great idea. We can have some beautiful tea, and I love how you have the strainers here so you can get the real loose leaf tea and enjoy it, because you know I'm a tea lover.
Okay,
and I see what you're doing here. This is wonderful. This is a chance to imagine a beautiful gathering, a very sophisticated gathering too, where you can just enjoy yourself. This is a great idea.
Yes.
Really wonderful. And I think your kids are helping you as well.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, I saw them setting things up. The kids, where are they? There they are. They're over there. They're doing a great job here with you as well. You are too. This is wonderful. Once again, teapartyrentalottawa.com. That's a great idea. Rita, thank you so much for coming by, and congratulations and continued success to you, Rita.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
If you know of a great chef or restaurant you think we should feature on the show, let us know. Email us, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. It is 8:43. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. We're expecting a pretty nice sunny day, a high of 28 degrees on your Monday. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe.
where foodies love their sweets
and markets bursting with flavor.
Wrapped up in waterways
and hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display.
And the future
meets the past.
Where people come together.
Always proud.
Often loud. Whee!
And positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
Welcome back, everybody. ZB is the place to be. We got Runa and Juno Award winner Ed Lister joining us this morning to talk all about a word that we love too, free events. Good morning to the two of you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
It's so great. We're going to hear from you a little bit later on, and we're going to put that trumpet to good work. Thankfully, we're not going to be hearing from me. I took the trumpet in high school. I put it down very quickly, okay?
All right.
Tell me a little bit about the collaboration with Jazz Fest and how that started, because this is really cool.
Yeah, so Dream Community Foundation, we're really all about bringing free programming to the community to build community and bring people together. So we're really excited because we have a ton of free programming all summer, and our new program is called Music in the Park, and that's in collaboration with Ottawa Jazz Festival.
It's so great. You know, now is the time of year where everyone starts getting excited. We're spending a little bit more time outdoors, looking for some things to do. And I mean, we're looking at some great footage of just families out there having fun. What are you trying to get out of something like this and let the Ottawa community know what's available?
Yeah, so we have a lot of free programming. Keep your eyes on our Instagram and our Facebook. So we have a partnership with NAC, with Dance at ZB. We have night markets. We have music in the park. We have movie nights. So it's just an opportunity to bring people together and enjoy the summer.
It's so wonderful. Okay, so Ed, so this is obviously something you're going to be taking part of. Tell me a little bit about how great it is to play in the nation's capital.
Oh, I mean, I've been here since 2011, and I love it. Like, there's so, especially like around the spring, end of spring into the summer, the festival season. There's so much good stuff to do. So many amazing musicians in this city as well, and I'll be playing there with Brass Tacks. This band, which is one of my newest bands, which is like a 9-piece powerhouse kind of brass, 3 drummers, it's a crazy man.
I'm so curious because, as I mentioned before, so I went to the trumpet. I think it was grade 7, and then the music teacher said, "Let's change it up. Let's do something else for you." I think I changed the percussion and ultimately on piano. What kind of drove you towards the trumpet?
I was like 10, and there was a brass quintet that came to my school for like an open house kind of thing. And yeah, I just immediately took to it. And I took to it very naturally, so I didn't have too many squeaky, squawky noises. So yeah, it's just been that. Since 10, I knew what I was going to do, and I was going to be a trumpet player.
And what's it like performing with such a wide group? Because it's not just you or 2 others, you know, like you said, 9 other people.
Yeah.
How do you guys collaborate to make sure that everything is a success?
Well, I just write all the music out for it, and then you have to do it that way or don't do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a lot of people to coordinate, but they're all people I've worked with so much, and I kind of handpick different players for different projects, and makes it my life a lot easier as well.
I love that. Do you have a special moment or 2 that sticks out in your music career that you look back and you go, this is why I love what I do?
You know what? One of them is when I was about 18, I played Fanfare for the Common Man from the rafters in the Royal Albert Hall for the opening of the youth proms with a brass choir. And that was pretty cool.
Oh my goodness, you probably go back to that memory a few times, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great. Well, we're lucky enough to get just a little bit of a taste of what we can expect. So Ed, I'll let you take it away with the trumpet there. You got the microphone set up.
All
and
right.
let's hear what we got from the brass tax man. Just a small taste of what we can expect. It's so great. And I think that finally now the whole CTV station is awake. Rookie, remind me of the first day of events and how people can get involved.
Keep your eye on our Instagram and our Facebook. All the programs are free. The next one is on July the 8th, and more coming up all summer.
I love that. All right, Ed, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to a nice beauty break where we see outside. You take us out. Give us a little bit of a sesh. Here we go, baby. Seeing some sunshine on this Monday. Beautiful brass man playing Juno Award winner. That's what we'd love to see. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.
Jermaine Franklin here in the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Sunday. And for it, we head to Wimbledon. Canadian Felix Auger-Aliassime facing Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. And in the 4th set, maybe the point of the tournament.
What a point! As good as it gets.
Just incredible play. Both players giving maximum effort for an unforgettable rally. Auger-Aliassime ends up winning the match to move into the quarters, but the 2 players combine here for the must-see moment from Sunday. And today on TSN, our coverage of the World Cup continues. 2 round of 16 matches. First, Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal face Spain at 2:45 p.m. Eastern, 11:45 a.m. Pacific. Then the United States plays Belgium at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
Do you know of a great local business we should highlight as part of our Your Neighborhood feature? Send us an email at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And here's a look at what you can expect over the next week. I like to call this pure brilliance. I mean, I love it so much. It's my kind of forecast. Temps in the high 20s, low 30s. Look at that sunshine, sunshine. Could see some spotty showers Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's okay, though. It's still going to be nice and sunny and dry. Then the weekend. Next weekend, looking perfect. 29 and 30s are the high. It will feel closer to 35 today. So it's a hot one. ahead for us on this Monday, which I love.
Listen, it's not every day you can do the rom-com end of movie slow clap on a Monday.
Yeah.
And it just felt appropriate looking at that
Oh my
forecast.
goodness, right?
My patio furniture, the cushions, they thank you because it's just nice and dry. You know, they get the sunshine, and I don't have to run and scramble and hide them from all the rain. So thank you very much,
You're
Melissa.
welcome. I know, great for an afternoon run. Maybe go check out one of the beaches or places to cool off. The splash pads are open. And I know you're always, when you book your vacation, you're always like, it's hard to plan because we all want that nice sunny week. We don't always get it when you book your vacation. So for anybody who booked this last week or this week, it's looking good.
Looking pretty good. I know we got a lot of pickleballers here in the CTV newsroom, so they'll be very excited looking at the forecast in the week ahead.
That's all from us here at CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you right back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And once again, you can head to our website, CTV.